Hello, Colin Hung here for Healthcare IT Today, and I am in Toronto, Ontario, my hometown, and over the past few days, I have been attending the MedTech Conference, presented by AdvaMed. This is the first time the event has been held outside of the United States, and from my perspective, it looks like it has been a big success. Attendance is up, and the event is just buzzing. I was excited to come to this conference because it is adjacent to the digital health events that we normally go to, like HIMSS and Vive and Health. This one, of course, is much more focused on medical devices. And here at the MedTech Conference, there was a blend of wearables, med devices, implantable devices, patient monitoring tools, equipment. I really enjoyed exploring the different exhibits and talking to people about the challenges in this particular sector of healthcare. Now, there were a lot of interesting companies here in the exhibit hall, which is of course where I'm standing, and a lot of really cool innovative products. Able Innovations, for example, have a product that can transfer a patient from a bed to a stretcher and back again with a click of a button. And what this means is that you don't need an army of porters or nurses to come and transfer a patient. It can be handled by just one. Here is Jayesh, founder of Able Innovations, describing his product.
Hi, my name is Jay. I'm the co-founder of Able Innovations, and here I'm demonstrating our Alta platform, which is a first-of-its-kind device that allows for one healthcare staff to move patients. And usually moving and transferring patients is a very labor-intensive task. It can take anywhere between 2 to 8 individuals to get physically involved. Here, you can see my colleague here is laying down on the bed, and our device is right now sensing the type of mattress that there is. So it could be a hard CT couch, X-ray table, a soft mattress, and upon categorization, it adjusts the algorithm for comfort. And then our device begins to roll underneath the individual, and this is all fully autonomous. So it's an intelligent device that's really optimized for patient comfort and for alleviating any strain on the part of the user. So as this is rolling underneath, it's a conveyor belt. So it's replacing the surface underneath. It's not subjecting the skin to any shear. It's actually a massaging feeling almost, and we've effortlessly replaced the surface, and now our device will level out and begin to shuttle Samantha onto our device. And throughout this process, we are tracking the position of the patient. If anything is out of the ordinary, the device is smart enough to alert the user. And so, as you can appreciate, we've really taken the opportunity of transferring patients and looked at safety from all aspects. Now that Samantha is centered, she's going to be moved over to the footprint of our device. And what I just showed you here, typically, the way it looks, what happens is one individual will come in, they'll evaluate the situation. You might have a heavier individual, so you might need a huge team. Assembling that team requires a lot of time, and even then you never have enough resources to make that fully effortless. So it's putting a significant strain, and it's a big source of not just physical burden, but also burnout, because now you're waiting for additional staff. So this technology presents some key opportunities for facilities to not just protect their staff, but become more efficient too. Now, in addition, we're going to do the transportation feature. So we've not just reimagined how individuals are transferred, we'll show you our augmented transportation. So our device is fully powered. So here, this is the fine movement feature set where we can move it sideways. And after that, we can show you our augmented handlebars. So we change the mode, and then the device becomes essentially a weightless device whereby it can be pushed or pulled with less than 5 pounds of force, and it has collision detection, awareness, etc. So now the patient can be taken to the next procedure, and then they can be transferred off. It's essentially the same process in reverse.
At the Philips booth, I saw a very interesting visualization tool that helps nurses and clinicians quickly assess a patient. It's a little gingerbread man icon on their patient monitoring device. You got to see it. Here's Joyce from Philips to explain.
Hi, my name is Joyce Diala. I am a clinical architect from Philips Canada. And today I will be showing you one of our newer innovations. That's the Philips Visual Patient's Avatar. So on our patient monitor here, this helps to increase situational awareness in the OR. And how it works is it takes the patient's information and showcases it on the Philips visual avatar. So based on the information that's being collected, the visual avatar will change. So for example, here I have my patients. So say if the heart rate starts to increase, you'll see that the heart rate's icon here starts moving faster. The other nice example is, say if the oxygen saturation level goes down, you'll see the patient's avatar change. So it's a nice indication of the patient's status, and one of the advantage of it is because we have the ability to configure different thresholds. The anesthesiologist has the ability to provide early intervention prior to any critical alarms from occurring. So how this idea came about was it was developed by two anesthesiologists who are also pilots, and they got the idea from the airplane cockpit, where you're monitoring so many different dials that it takes a while for you to put a picture in your head of like the outside. So they got that idea and they were like, oh, this is a nice feature if we can put it on the monitor, the patient monitor, because in the OR they're monitoring so many measurements, so many alarms. So it takes but it takes a few seconds just to put a picture of that patient in your head. So instead of doing that, the monitor does it for you.
While I was here, I ran into my friend Rachel Bartholomew. She is the founder and CEO of a company called Hi-Ivy, which is continuing to march forward with their pelvic health device for women. But over the last 2 years, Rachel has really been doing a lot of pioneering work to raise funds and the profile of femtech in Canada. I asked her to share more details about that work.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Bartholomew. I am the founder of a femtech company working in women's health called Hi-Ivy Health. We make a gynecological device that does remote therapeutic monitoring and diagnostics for this area. And through my fundraising journey, I actually wanted to reach out to more women's health companies and created Femtech Canada a couple years ago. We now take care of 160 plus femtech companies that are working in women's health across Canada. We have two goals. One is to support those companies to get to the next stage in their life cycle. The second is to fill the white spaces that exist in women's health that are so significant, not just in Canada, but globally. So we're currently raising $100 million with the federal government for women's health across Canada to go into research, to go into an accelerator strategy and a VC fund. And essentially, if you're interested in women's health, we are looking to help you and provide resources and get you to the next stage of your growth. There are so many gaps for female founders in femtech, from raising money and having to do the education on women's health to investors, all the way to closing deals and sales, to really developing products that make an impact, because a lot of that research just doesn't exist. So how do you make a product without the data, right? So part of the goal is all of us collectively sharing that data, showcasing that data, and working together to make better products that service women better. Learn more about Femtech Canada at www.femtech.ca. If you're a company, please apply. Sign up for our roundtables. We have a Slack channel of community if you're interested in supporting any of those companies as well.
To get a sense of the value of this conference, I asked several of the attendees and exhibitors for their opinion.
Awesome. My name's Sinead, and I'm here with Sonic at the MedTech Conference, and so far the conference has been awesome, been really exciting to connect with lots of different people from different industries and also from different places. I know for me, as somebody who's here based in Ontario, it's been really exciting to learn more about what else is going on in other areas of Canada and the US, and also connecting with lots of students who are interested in getting into the industry, just learning more about what's out there and the wide scope of medtech. Yeah.
My name is MJ Antonini. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Neurobionics. So it's been the day number 3 at the conference. It's been a whirlwind. It's been really great. We were lucky to be one of the finalists of the MedTech Innovator competition, pitching on Wednesday evening in front of the whole crowd. It was amazing. The conference was really eye-opening by really realizing how tight-knit the medtech community was, and like really how every single player from every stakeholder of the healthcare system like got together and really talk about the challenges, the policies, and the like best practices to like really make it in the space.
Hi there, my name is Caitlin Morris. I'm the CEO and co-founder of BrainSpace, and I am here at the MedTech Conference, which for those of you who aren't familiar is put on by AdvaMed and represents the full range of medtech communities. So you're going to get everybody from CEOs of major corporations to R&D to marketing to sales, communications, all kinds of different people. And you'll also find people like me, a startup founder who's trying to figure out who's who and what it takes to make it in this environment. I'm actually one of 65 companies that are part of the MedTech Innovator cohort. We are in the current round of the accelerator, and one of the benefits we have of being in that program is getting to come and participate in this conference. So there have been showcase sessions yesterday and today on different topics. There's been opportunities to have lunches and dinners and really get to understand who's involved in this community and what it takes to bring a product into the market.
So, hi, I'm Zofia. I'm working in the Research Development Innovation portfolio at Hamilton Health Sciences, and we're here at the AdvaMed MedTech Conference. It's been a great ride, really, day 2 of the conference. I've been having a lot of great conversations with different partners and individuals, students, startup companies across the spectrum of healthcare and medicine. Really engaging and just meeting a bunch of great people. It's definitely nice to have free coffees. Being here in Toronto, at least for 12 hours, it takes a lot out of you. But really happy to be here, and definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking to connect and really expand their network, as well as just learn a lot, because a lot of people are really good at the science, and we need to get really good at the communication aspect and really translating the science into something that everyone can understand, and I find really wants to get involved. It's really important to expand the reach and engagement, because that's something we need within life sciences, is to promote and bolster it.
Hi, it's David Van Slingerland from Sterling Industries, and we're here at the 2024 AdvaMed MedTech Conference here in Toronto. A lot of activity, a lot of action. I think the biggest thing that we're seeing is all the folks from the US that are really learning about the medtech infrastructure here in Toronto. Many of them are very, very surprised at how deep and rich the history is, and that we actually exist. And this is the first time AdvaMed has been outside the US in its history. So it's been a great showcase, and we're happy to be here in our own backyard. What are some of the big, I think, challenges that people are looking at? The introduction of robotics, motion, AI is a huge thing. Reshoring and global supply chains. These are all the big buzz questions that are being answered and discussed. And the last thing is probably the EU MDR and the regulatory challenges that people are facing trying to get their products into Europe or keeping them in Europe on recertification. So lots of great activity, lots of great energy. It's a really good show to be at.
My key takeaway from this conference is that innovation in medical devices is truly alive and well. There were dozens and dozens of companies here showcasing their new products, all of them truly interesting. I think the big topic of discussion, at least the one I heard, was that the upcoming potential changes to the regulatory environment in the EU and potentially in the US seem to be on the lips of a lot of attendees. AI, of course, was another hot topic, but surprisingly, cybersecurity, at least talk around cybersecurity, was a bit muted. But that may just be because that was a tired topic and maybe they've covered it in previous conferences, or it may be the fact that they've already baked it into a lot of the devices that are being showcased here. I loved being here at this conference. I hope the organizers will consider bringing this back to our fair city in the future. It was a little bit cold here, and some of the folks from the southern US found it a little chilly, but everyone I spoke to truly appreciated exploring Toronto for the first time, the food scene here, and just getting a chance to be in this city. I'm Colin Hung here in Toronto, Ontario at the MedTech Conference. Thanks for watching this, and I'll catch you on the next video.